Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Adobe After Effects tips and tricks. And today we're going to be chatting about tips and tricks that will help you save a lot of time. Now, I use these tips and tricks on a daily basis and it helps me to save a lot of time, and I know that after this it will help to save you a lot of time. So let's dive in. So my first tip is a resizing shortcut that helps you to resize your images that saves you a lot of time. Let's check it out. Usually when you drag stock footage onto your timeline, and when you zoom out, you can see that it is so much bigger than your actual composition. Now, it is annoying when you are full screen to constantly zoom out and to drag these points in, either doing this or by going to the scale button by pressing S to scale it up and down. So there's an easier way, and you do that by hitting Shift Option Command H. When you hit Shift Option Command H, that scales it to the width so that the width fit into the whole frame. Now, if you want to fit it in according to the height, that's no problem. You hit Shift Option Command G. Now, I don't know why they didn't just use the H for height. It's just so much easier to remember. But anyway, H is for width and G is to resize according to height. Alright, so say for example, you've got this image now, it's scaled it up according to its height, but now you've got these black bars, and you want to actually just fill this whole composition with the image. That's simple. So then you hit Option Command F and it will just fill the whole screen with the shortcut. Really cool, right? Awesome. Let's go on to the next one. Usually in After Effects, when you do work with a lot of complicated layers and effects, you constantly have to zoom into the screen, move it, especially like if you need to draw something with a pen tool, or maybe create a motion path or any of that. You need to be up close to see the motion path, and maybe there's some complex lines that you need to draw up close, and so it can sometimes be really annoying when you constantly need to zoom out if you want to see the full screen, and then it's like off center. So you can use the space bar to get this hand icon, which you can drag the icon. So the next tip is to resize your composition according to the screen size over here, and you do that by Shift /. So it doesn't matter how far you zoomed in, you can just hit Shift / and it will actually fit it to your comp size. For my next tip and trick, it's actually an audio hack in After Effects. So sometimes before you actually start animating, you want to get the guide track ready, maybe do a little bit of cutting before you actually import it into After Effects. And when it's in After Effects, you want to start animating according to maybe whatever the voice is saying or according to the beat. So a quick hack is when you got your audio on the timeline, right? So instead of just dropping down, go to audio, waveform, it can be really annoying. So a quick hack is just to press L twice. When you press L twice, your waveform shows up. When you press L once, you can now adjust the audio level. So if you want to animate the audio level, you can do that, and it also shows up real time. Now, a lot of time you want to maybe split a layer somewhere. When you don't know the shortcut, you'll probably end up duplicating this layer, and you'll try to trim it and make sure that it's lined up, and there you've got a split layer. So it is doable by hand, but it is annoying and it takes long. The simple shortcut and way to do this is really simple. It is Shift Command D. Then you get to split the layer, no hassles, don't have to duplicate, don't need to drag and crop and all of those different things. It is so simple, just Command Shift D. And then for my last time saving hack, this is something that Not a lot of people know, but it saves you so much time. Instead of going into every layer and every drop down to find which keyframes you've actually adjusted, there's a simple hack for that, and that is by pressing the U button. So if you want to see which keyframes you adjusted in a layer, all you have to do is select those layers or layer and hit the U button. When you press U once, only the keyframes will pop up that you actually created in that layer. Now, if you want to see every property that you adjusted in a layer, you press U twice. Now everything that you have adjusted will actually show. Like for example, there's no keyframe on scale, but we've adjusted the scale to fit it into the composition. So that is why scale pops up, and that shows you that you've adjusted something. So sometimes you know that you adjusted something, but you're not sure. And this is an easy way to see what you have adjusted. I hope these tips and tricks helped. Please like and subscribe our channel. This really helps us to create more content, and it is absolutely free to do. See you on the next video.